Right on. That was Stab in the Dark with These Dark Days. No, that was a very cool song. Very punk for sure. Um, and right now I'm kind of blanking, but just give me a second and I'll remember it because they remind me of a certain punk band, and I don't know why I'm blanking them because I used to listen to them all the time. And just give me a second to remember it here. But the singer of the band is actually Billy Joe Armstrong's brother from Green Day.
Oh.
And I just wish I could remember. And so I'm actually trying to look it up on Google right now because it's gonna bother me, but I can't believe I don't remember. And oh come on, Rancid, 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 Rancid. I don't know how I forgot that, but wow, I feel like a disgrace to myself because I should have remembered that. No problem. But yes, they remind me of Rancid. So a very cool tune, and it's one of those things. I've listened to that band for such a long time, and I can't believe I don't remember. I feel like such a dumbass here, but anyway, yeah, they really remind me of Rancid. So check out Time Bomb and their old stuff, really cool stuff. That's why I thought of the song.
Yeah, great too, great energy. It was really tight. I liked the vocals.
I did too. Yeah, I mean, he really. When you have lyrics like that, it is so easy to trip up over them, and he was just really tight with them. And as I was listening to this, I listened to a lot of alt radio here in Seattle, and these guys would be perfectly at home on some of those stations. They'd fit right in, so really good job.
Yeah, very, like I said, again, very pleased with it. And that's, like I said, it did remind me of Rancid, but it kind of reminded me of... Well, because we all go through different stages of music to what we listen to, and even if it's an eclectic like of different stuff, you have your certain phases. Like let's say for like a year or two, you listen to predominantly, let's say 60s, 70s, and then like maybe half a year after that, you'll get into like 90s alternative or that sort of thing. So you kind of bounce around and kind of try to appreciate all different aspects of music. And during my ska phase, which I still do like ska, so don't get me wrong, I haven't abandoned that at all. But Rancid was part of my punk ska days. So Rancid and Sex Pistols and the Specials and the Selector, and it was kind of cool because I'm very jealous too. Because even though, quick background, there's a Florida band called Less Than Jake, and they're a ska punk band. And there's another band out of Michigan called Suicide Machines. They used to be Jack Kevorkian and the Suicide Machines. If people don't know who Jack Kevorkian is he is the quote-unquote Doctor of Death who assisted suicide pretty much. Anyways, point being is the bands were really good, and they played a dual show every year, which a friend of mine in Michigan and I went to see every year. And I saw on her post the other day saying that she's interviewing them. I was like, oh my God, like I am so jealous right now. Like I've seen them live, but you're getting to talk to them. This is amazing. So Millie Manners, one of our favorites here on the show, got a chance to talk to Less Than Jake the other day, which I thought was awesome and very lucky her. And for me, I'll tell you right now, the best Less Than Jake album out of all their albums, it's called How's My Driving. So if any album you check out that one called How's My Driving, Less Than Jake.
Cool.
So I'll shut up here, and then because normally we can get through one of the compilations in one show, but it looks like we might need two for this one because I've been talking so much, but. So next up, we're going to get to, I'm hoping I'm saying this right because it's either, I think it's Starkett, so Starkett, Levy, and the song's called Rock Up the Hill. Dig this.
Walk space and time, learn to find your way. Birds fly over me, catch a drift that they are taking cold up from the sea. A windy world waiting on me. Push to the top, gotta go for the game. Don't let up on the stars that fade. Take to the blue sky. rock up the hill, rock up the hill. Rock up the streets, we walk, we run, we ride. The roads we take it in stride. Birds fly over me, found the land that's so demanding. Out to reach your peak, a windy world waiting on me. Rock up the hill, get that rock up the hill, rock up the hill, rock up the hill, rock up. I must continue. Got to continue. I must continue. Let me. Rock up. Reach for the blue sky, the glorious sunlight. The little gotta cut to the chase. Rock up the hill, get that rock up the hill. Rock up the hill, get that rock up the hill. Rock up. Rock up the hill, get that rock up the hill. Rock up the hill, get that rock up the hill. Rock up. Rock up the hill, rock up, rock up.
Starkit Levy with Rock Up the Hill. Definitely mellower, this one. And I know it kind of had like, I don't know, like half 80s and half 90s mix to it. Not necessarily lyrically, but musically you did. And vocally was pretty good. And a little bit cheese to it, which I liked. I know, just the kind of whole kind of the deep voice, the certain parts of the song was pretty good. But yeah, it was a decent tune.
Yeah, there was a very interesting collection of styles of music in there. I haven't heard a synth solo in a long time. That was kind of cool. Good vocals, good guitar work.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed about, just from sort of again a technical standpoint in terms of how they actually constructed the song, they extended, instead of just having a standard 8-bar phrase and all of that, they kind of extended it out a little bit, which was kind of a cool effect actually, because it made you wait for the change, and that's kind of unusual. So yeah, good job.
Well, yeah, so we have 2 more songs left with this compilation, but we're going to do a bit of a reverse order here. We're going to go with the last song first, because the 6th song is a bit too much time for the time we have left for this part of the show. So we're going to get to the Del Tours, and the song's called One Night Stand with a Ghost. Dig this. All right, that was the Del Tors, and that was One Night Stand with a Ghost. Now, that was a good rockin' tune, and very solid, like really good guitar work in that one as well. Like the vocals, it flowed very well, and I just they just had that kind of perfect bridge that could just fit it so well.
Yeah, that was a great tune, and they did some very interesting processing on the vocals. I could hear some little bit of Kurt Cobain influence in there.
Absolutely.
It was a good tune.
It was a good tune, and I use the term authentic a lot, but to me that just means people who are just very, very real in their presentation of the music and all of that, and that's what comes across with these guys. A great drive, yeah, great song.
Well, right on. So that's going to do it for part 1 of Music Saturday. We'll be back here with part 2 in about 5-10 minutes. We'll have the last song off the Subway Raw compilation and some more new